I give honor to God. I thank you, Mother, for allowing me this awesome privilege just to come and to share in this moment the message from the cross. I bring to you this sixth word, which is found in John, the 19th chapter and the 30th verse. It reads thusly: when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished," and bowed his head and gave up his spirit. It is finished. At this time, I've had the privilege of being able to witness several last sayings, and even on tonight with all of the different words that are exchanged and the messages from the cross, it finds me in a place where I am trying to decide whether I am finished or am I done. You have to know that there are some things in our lives that we just have to finish. And there's some things that you can be done with. But because the Father understood that his Son would fulfill the assignment, and the Son understood the assignment, he knew he had to finish strong. So today, for just a few minutes, can I just tell you how to finish strong? When I looked at this passage, it reflected a word in another translation from Greek, which is teltelestai, which means it is finished. But let's talk about what "it is finished" really means. It meant when you would go into a market or a merchant's shop that they would find that the bill was already paid in full. You would find that when tetelestai was used even for the farmer, whoever made a purchase and came to settle up, it was one of the words that he would use when the debt was cleared. So from verses and words 1 through 6, Jesus was preparing for this moment. It said after the sour wine. It was after this. But I read that there were 3 accounts that there were wine that was offered. One was wine with gall, and then there was another occasion, and even in that moment it was to deaden or to be used as an anesthetic that would cause them not to feel the pain. Now, can I tell you that sometimes when you are going through the process of finishing, the pain is what makes you desire to continue on in the strength, not of your own, but of the one that you represent. He said, I came to do the will of my Father. And because he was doing the will of his Father, his representation had to be kingdom. I just want to help you, because what we need to understand about kingdom is the word declares that thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And while everybody around him was trying to assess who he was, I thank you for explaining that I no longer have to give explanation about what somebody else thinks about me. I know what it says over my head, but I'm glad that I know somebody over there. Oh my God, stay right there for 1 few minutes. Don't take me too fast. Oh my God, I'm trying now to understand that this loving Savior, in spite of all of the pain that he's in, one of the things that echoed in my mind was, King of my life, I crown thee now, and thine shall the glory be. Let's not forget thy throne crown brow. Lead me to Calvary. I understand now that the things that I must go through are things that are preparing me for the strong finish. My God, I believe I can finish strong now because He showed me how to do it. He showed me how to forgive folk. He showed me how to make provision for those that are going to be left. He showed me how to leave a legacy. And now I'm in a place where I'm hanging between folk who don't usually hang out with me. But one acknowledges me. He says, now I'm at this place, D. I'm about to finish this thing. I don't mind you walking up on me trying to put something up to my mouth now because I've assessed everything that needed to be done. I've hung here long enough that some folk have gotten forgiven. I've hung here long enough now that my mother is still crying, but she's provided for. I've hung here long enough. Sometimes you just got to hang in there till you do. Lord have mercy. I was thinking about this thing, this tetelestai. There's some things in my life that I know I could not ever pay. There's a sin of debt that I would never have been able to pay, but He who knew no sin became sin, that I might have a right to the tree of life in the very moment that He took the hyssop in that moment and hung His head and died. They tell me that another thing happened. Can I tell you, I gotta go to my seat. I love the story and I don't want to overgo my time, but they tell me when He hung His head in the locks of His shoulders, they tell me I gotta go to my seat, y'all know. Was a rent from top to bottom, giving me the access granted. I love it when a plan comes together. Go on, Jesus, with your bad self. Hang there from the 6th to the 9th hour. Talk to the ones that talk to you, that talk like they got some sense. And the ones that don't make no sense, let them just stand there and be in amazement of how you hanged out so good. Somebody, I heard him say, I hang differently. He hangs differently. Good God from Zion, I'm so glad that He finished strong. Because when He finished strong, y'all, and I got my access granted, can I tell you what happened? I then became the righteousness of God. I then became a joint heir with the Son. And whatever I ask in my big brother's name, my daddy gonna do it. Because He knows how to finish strong. Is there anybody who's done with the things that life has thrown at you and you're wondering how you're gonna make it? I need you to take a message from the cross. Listen here, I've never been a drinker. At that moment, He went on and took a sip, and He sipped from me. That's why as often as I do this, I remember His love for me. He loved me so much that He died so I could live. It is finished. It is finished.